Hey guys, Between Nerds Podcast here. My name is Drew Philip Elias. At the other end of the table is my co-host, Mr. Aldo Mendez. And between us is friend of the podcast, Miss Rachel Eves.
Yeah, you guys seen her before.
In the dark.
In the dark.
We have lights now.
You've listened to her probably twice. You've been in
Three times.
Three audios.
3 times.
All those are almost uploaded to YouTube, which is cool. But yeah, Ms. Rachel, thank you for joining us on Watching
Wild. Thank you guys for having
Evergarden.
me. Thank you.
So today, what are we talking about? So we had some confusion. Wednesday, Thursday, we didn't know which of the 5-6 Violet Evergarden properties that are on Netflix we were watching. What did we watch this week?
So we watched one of the specials.
One of the movies, one of the specials.
I think it's just a special. It's not the movie.
Is Violet Evergarden based off of a light novel or a manga or anything? Because I don't know where they're getting all this content from.
Well, now that I've seen the content, I feel like I'm starting to see patterns, and they use those patterns very well. Because Violet Evergarden, the series, gives you
the original 12-episode series.
Gives you everything. Gives you everything you need. Gives you her past. Even there's a middle movie OVA kind of thing that they put in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And dude, she's a child soldier who lost her love in the war, but she thinks she's still alive, and she becomes literate, and she becomes a doll.
She falls in love with the major.
Yeah, and from that, I can't believe you're asking how they're getting all this source material, because I started seeing a pattern where it's like, I need you to write a letter for me, Violet Evergarden. And then she's like, I'll fucking do it. And then they start, and then just like a soft violin plays it, and you know she's cooking a crazy ass letter, because like 5 minutes from that point, they're gonna show the delivery of that letter, and then you're gonna eyeball you're gonna fucking bawl your eyes out.
Well, apparently it is based off of a light novel series.
Yeah.
Light novel series, again, called Violet Evergarden, written by Kana Akatsuki, who's credited as a main writer for the main series, the movie we're talking about, Eternity and the Automatic Doll, and the Violet Evergarden movie, along with one of the Sword Art Online movies.
Mm-hmm. It is wild. It is wild how they put this shit together.
Yeah. And I just think it's funny, like, it's Kyoto Animation, it's TV Tokyo, and, like, partway through, I think when the movie was being, like, Violet Garden, the movie, which is the second movie, when that was being produced, that's when the Kyoto Animation Studio bombing happened, or it might have been the main studio. So, like, Violet Evergarden's, like, production history even has, like, a crazy history behind it. Which is neat. I just think it's cool. I just, like, how are you going to blow up Kyoto Animation and they're making, like, the sappiest animes I've ever seen in my life?
And it looks so good. It looks so good. Like
the visuals are great, and the music is great.
The music just puts you in whatever mood they want you to put you in. You're almost in control. They're in control when you're watching Violet Evergarden.
I feel like I can't even think of the music off the top of my head. What are we thinking? Like pianos?
It's just like a lot of soft violins and pianos.
Yeah, violins. A lot. It's like orchestra music.
Yeah, and well, this movie, Violet Evergarden and the Eternity, or what?
The Eternity and the Auto Memory Doll.
The Auto Memory Doll. Okay, so we're following Violet Evergarden, who's already for here Between Nerds, and Rachel, who's a nerd of Between Nerds.
You originally watched Violet Evergarden because of, you saw that we watched it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you like
See?
it? Yeah, that was great, huh?
Yes.
But then she ended up watching more than we watched in one
and
sitting.
I was waiting for y'all to call me back.
Almost. Because we watched it last February, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did. It was a year ago, yeah.
And she comes into this manor, this castle. She is helping out this, like, socially inept
It looks Hogwarts-y.
lady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
some
saying?
girl that was, she's how would you put it? She never developed social skills because she was essentially homeless.
Correct. Yeah, but yeah, that's just actually what it was.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So she's I guess she's a little developmentally, like, stagnant, but, like, it's not her fault is what I'm trying to say. Like, well, I guess it's nobody's fault.
She's just so introverted and so She's rude. Like,
She just wanted to touch another woman's hand.
brush her hair.
Brush her hair.
Yeah,
she wanted to
braid
get
her
take
hair.
Bathe with her.
She wanted
Bats, yeah.
Yeah, she wanted to get walked down the aisle at Hogwarts with her.
all women's house.
To the Yule Ball.
Ooh,
Everything.
she wanted a hot date to the ball.
Crazy.
She brought her maid in a suit and everything, and she's an ex-soldier. Damn.
And it's wild because at one point, the give me one second.
Isabel.
Miss Isabella York, which is not her real name, because once she got out of like being homeless, she was going as Amy something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, she has a tantrum with Miss Violet because she's like, I can't be like you. You're so lucky to be you. I'm like, ma'am. It's like, lower your
Back
voice.
off really
lower
quick.
your
Why are you
voice
talking to Violet like
from
that?
this child soldier who
She's-
lost her love in the
Best
war?
girl.
Best girl.
Well, she was an orphan,
Yeah.
and then she got conscripted into the war on the opposite side. So she ended up working for the people that murdered her parents, and then she fell in love with a dude 6
And
years
she
older
lost
than her.
the love of her
yeah,
life.
exactly. And then she's getting lippy with Miss Violet. I'm like, yo.
I'm
Relax.
not sure you know who you're talking to.
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. And then also Miss Violet being new to emotions, she's like, oh, I guess I did wrong. I don't know. What's
Oh, I'm
going
sorry.
on.
I'm sorry,
I'm sorry,
Miss
Yeah.
Taylor.
I'm sorry, you're wrong. Like,
Yeah, and then it just a montage
Yeah.
of just like
It's a
girls
Woo!
cute girls doing cute things. You know what I'm
Woo!
saying? Hey, Miss Violet, why did you come into the bath? Oh no, I couldn't do that. It's like, yeah,
Oh,
come
maybe
on.
if you ask me kindly.
Yeah, exactly. Some shit
she
like
turned her
that.
down so nicely, though.
But
yeah.
she did it.
Yeah, but she
But
did it.
she did it.
She did it. The animation on her her
Oh yeah.
prosthetic is
Yeah.
really good. I get confused because in Full Metal Alchemist is auto male for your prosthetics, and then they call the auto male girls dolls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Dolls are just the people that write letters.
Oh, okay. So what do they call auto male on this one? The prosthetics?
Yeah,
No.
it's her
Essentially
prosthetic
the-
arm.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but the animation on that looks great as well.
It reminds me of coming out this season right now. Trigun Stampede's coming out, and what's his name in Trigun?
The
Vash?
Vash the Stampede.
Vash, like the way Studio Orange is animating Vash's arm is like it looks like it's animated in a different frame rate, and that's kind of like how it looks in Violet Evergarden, because it looks like CGI but cell shaded CGI, so they're like going over the cell shading afterwards to make it look more natural, but it's fluid like a CGI
Like a video,
animation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. So yeah, she starts getting lippy with Miss Violet.
I wanted them to kiss. I wanted.
Yeah.
I no, like this movie, the first movie, is split into two parts essentially, right? Like two 45-minute episodes essentially, and like the first one is about Amy Bartlett, Isabella York, whatever you want to call her, and the other one's about like this little orphan girl that she just kind of like took into homelessness with her at 3-4 years old, who's Taylor, and the second half of the movie is about Taylor.
Yeah, and I try not to look at timestamps when I'm watching a movie, especially if I'm liking it, because I'm gonna know.
You
How
don't
much
want
longer you have to watch? I totally forgot about the second half. Not gonna lie.
Well, the second half is what threw me out of a loop too, because I'm 25 minutes in, and at this point, like, it's the ball.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, 30
Well,
minutes.
that was quick.
Yeah, and I was like,
that's it?
I was like, whoa. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, you're leaving tomorrow? Oh, this is going to be the declaration of love.
Woo!
She's gonna like, take her away.
Yeah.
Like, but Violet wouldn't do that because Violet's
Boo.
like, she's not going to,
Boo.
you know what I'm
Ally.
saying?
Take your girl.
Yeah, take your girl.
Take your girl.
And then, like, it reminds you right away that of the first 5 minutes of the movie, there was flashbacks of this little girl. There's flashbacks of Taylor
With orange hair, yeah.
with orange hair, and Elisa having like this like homeless ass situation.
Right.
And she disappears in one of those flashbacks because she's feeding her something, and then she just disappears as of like if it was a psychotic thing.
I thought she died.
Dude, exactly. and then she's like, I need you to write a letter, and I'm like, to who? He's like, to my sister. I'm like, oh, here it comes.
Sister, you're like, there's another half of this movie.
And that's what I'm saying about the patterns of using Violet Evergarden's power. Like, this is how I would measure like her power scaling. That,
How
like,
well she could write letters?
no, but like
1 to 10.
Once somebody asks, "Can you write a letter for me?" Oh, absolutely, I'll do it. And then soft piano starts, and like they animate her day by day, like writing this fucking letter.
Okay, I get what you mean about the music, because like talking about
You know the
montages,
feel.
every time they're writing a letter, it's a montage. It's like like
Yeah,
like
dude,
like
yeah,
soft progressive music builds like
Yeah, dude. And then the
write
next,
that letter.
And then the next like act. I wouldn't say act because I don't know. It doesn't work here.
They're
that
just
way.
halves, I
It's
guess.
just halves, yeah. But like the next 5 to 10 minutes, it's the progression of that letter being written and then like that letter being delivered, which we get introduced to the have.
Well, I thought the outfits were cool too.
The outfits are
Like
fucking
because
awesome.
and I feel like I've been thinking about character design a lot more lately since we did the NerdDown where we went over the Crunchyroll award nominations. And like I saw what people meant about like character design and how I was discussing my dress up darling at the time, right? So like especially with Violet Evergarden, her being in an all-girl school and Violet teaching her what it means to be like a woman like a
yeah.
proper lady, so to speak. Like the character design transition I think was significant because like she's super disheveled at first. She already wears glasses. She wasn't doing her hair. Just kind of wore the uniform without any accessories and was just going to all girls Hogwarts class, right? But then like once you interject Violet into the mix, and this is post the main season and like post the special, so she's had training, she knows what it means to be a doll, like a dressed up, girly, effeminate, but like emotionally available doll. And like her half training this woman and what it means to be a doll and what it means to be an empathetic person. So you see her hair starts to get done more. She's getting dressed more. And then the culmination of that is the ball. And like they put Amy in like a whole wedding dress looking thing.
Both of them.
Right,
Right,
yeah,
and
so,
Shroom.
but
Love it.
Well, they put Violet
an
in a
all-white
tux
ball.
though,
Yeah.
in an all white tux
With heels and boots.
with heel. What the? Yeah. So it's like what, like knee high boots with the straps.
Yeah, she was
and like a 10-inch heel on it, but then she's in a boutonniere
Bro,
and
I never
with a
wanted
tail.
Barbie in my life.
But you want her as
Dude,
a
I was
Barbie.
like, I want that motherfucker.
No,
Barbie.
that'd be a great fucking
would.
figure to have up here too. Like
Jesus.
they need to start selling Violet in the tux.
I'm like, I get it.
Well, well, I thought it was significant too because like this is
absolutely.
post like the baths. They start sleeping together. No, like like literally sleeping together. And like
For the nerds out there, you can sleep right next to people.
yeah. But like they're in like a 3-month relationship. That's how I like viewing the first half of this movie. They're in like this transitional relationship almost, you know what I mean? Like they might as well be dating. Like they spend all their time together, they're sharing all their deepest darkest secrets. But it's like it goes beyond like friendship because there's like a lot of physical interaction that I wouldn't call just friendly, you know what I mean?
Not even just physical interaction, emotional interaction.
Yeah. Well, I think you can be emotional with your friends, but I'm saying like
Well,
I'm not braiding your
romantically-
hair, Aldo. Like,
Yeah. I know you're not braiding my hair because I don't have
You
it.
would. I'm
Because
sure
I
you
don't
would.
have it. But you.
Don't say you
yeah.
wouldn't. Don't say you wouldn't.
Aldo's such a good friend, he might if I ask. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, I'm not going out of my way to ask like that. You know what I
But
mean?
it's also a girl thing. Like
Is
it
that
is.
a girl
It
thing?
is.
Or are they selling
I
to
feel
the
like
nerds
it's a
the Yuri
sister
thing?
thing. I grew up like that with sisters.
I fucking hate my sister.
I grew up with a lot of sisters, and I felt like that's just.
How many sisters do you have? You have a lot of
I have
siblings,
6
don't you?
sisters.
You have 6 sisters? How many? Don't you have a few brothers?
And have 6 brothers. Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's like my mom's family.
That's
Like,
13 people, Rachel.
You have told me.
I didn't know none of this. That's
you are.
that's absolutely insane to me. That's 13 kids.
Dude, and all their kids and all their kids' kids is wild.
No, that's insane. I'm not
Yeah.
dealing with none of that.
But yeah, it definitely, definitely at the ball, you see this like, even almost climax of their relationship.
Oh,
Of,
yeah.
like it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
happen. They're
Like
gonna run away
Violet's
together.
the man in
They're
the
gonna
dance.
get married.
Yeah.
Violet's the man in the dance and is leading the dance, and like Amy's in a fucking wedding dress. Like, for real. Like, what she wore to the ball was a...
It was like a quinceañera, Doug.
But it's white,
That was
though.
your
But
chambelán.
it's white is my thing. You know what I mean? Like... Like, it's, I don't know.
Because I even, during that, like, scene, I looked at, like, the other girls to see what color was their dresses. Most of them were white and some were, like, yellow.
Well, maybe because it's, like, an all-girls girl, it's, like, a purity
It's like
thing.
yeah,
It's
that's
a
what I thought, like,
purity
purity thing. Yeah.
Stupid. That, like, makes it worse.
Yeah.
Still the prettiest girl there, though, in a tux.
But
Period.
because Violet, like, got her dressed up. Oh, you mean
No,
Violet's the
Violet
prettiest?
in
Violet's the
general,
prettiest
yes.
girl. Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
like, when Isabella was like, everyone's staring at you.
I love that they keep.
I like that language. I like that
Oh, yeah,
conversation.
absolutely.
Because at the time, she's like, this is my girl though. This is my bitch. Back up, everybody. We're dancing. Like, I don't know. I thought it was hella significant. And then the whole time, the whole 45 minutes of the first half, I'm like, kiss. Just kiss her. Just what are you waiting for? Like, just go grab her.
Yeah, and then. And then the whole introduction to, like, write me the letter for my sister, and oh shit, here it comes. And when she says, like, oh, write me a letter to my sister, that's when, like, the oh shit, she died kind of, like, flew off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, okay, she's gonna write a letter to her sister. I just don't know where she is. We were separated, and I haven't talked to her since because and somehow she's being protected by me not contacting her.
I never assumed Taylor died.
I did.
I don't know if it was just...
I did at that scene at the dinner table Aldo was talking about where, like, they're in their little homeless shack and then they're having dinner and then, like, the after image of Taylor just, like,
The fight
fades away.
turns off, and, like, she's gone out of the frame.
So I was like, oh, yeah, so it's a ghost or, like, it's a memory of a person.
I don't know, maybe it was just me. I was just like, oh, no, she's chilling. She's living her little kid
It is
life.
about letters, and that would be easily to assume. It's crazy.
Well, I think, like... The thing that I think it's important that you brought up, like, how the first half is structured, because if the last 10, 15 minutes is about the letter, I almost forgot what I was watching for a second, because I'm watching those whole 30 minutes and just thinking I'm watching Lycra's Recoil again. I'm like, yeah, girls, awesome. And then, like, the last 20 minutes, like, came about in the first half, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot Violet Evergarden is sad. Oh no. Like, this is about to be an issue for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just there on my couch. Karen had gone to work already. I'm just there with my dogs, like, oh.
In your feels.
Yeah, I can't do this. I'm not sure I'm prepared for this right now.
Mentally by myself.
The rest of the movie didn't prepare me for it to start getting sad in the middle.
Oh, dude, and then, like, when they separated them, and
Oh.
yeah,
Well,
that hurts
What's the
so
reason for
bad.
that? Do you want to describe that?
Well, the reason for it was that right now, Isabella York, she's now this lady, and, like, almost to be, like, you know, someone in power, someone in a good position of leadership. She used to be a homeless person who went by Amy something else, Bartlett, and she was taking care of Taylor, in which then at the little homeless shack, some bigwigs come in, barging in, and they're like, "Hey, you're my daughter. I can't keep that redheaded ginger because I don't have any souls. So I'm gonna send her over to the orphanage."
No, he said, as long as you do whatever I ask, I'll take care of her.
Because
Correct.
Amy wasn't going to go. Because, like, essentially... Amy Bartlett is the bastard daughter of the York Lord, who's
Correct.
one of the 3 largest families in this makeshift Western European world that is Violet Evergarden.
And he said, "Listen, I'm not gonna take care of that gingerhead girl." And
Well, he didn't say that. He was like, you need to become a York.
No, they specified that the reason that she was not gonna go, it was because they couldn't even. I guess not in context, but it was out of context. I don't know. This is what I got, because he comes in, he's like, okay, hey, you need to come with me. You're my child. You're the heir of my last name, of the York family.
That means he's desperate. That means he
Correct,
has no other
exactly.
kids. That means he has no other kids.
Exactly. So I could imagine, like, that political
It got Game of Thrones.
environment.
That's like how Game of Thrones is.
Exactly.
It's about your
So it's
family
like,
name.
I cannot take this little homeless girl you took in for your
She's
own.
not a York.
Exactly. So That's what I'm saying. Like,
but so
if it would have been a real royal family, it's like you take them both in.
Amy Bartlett wasn't even going to go with the Lord
Until
York.
he made it beneficial for Taylor that he would take care of her.
He's like, do you want her living in squalor? It's cold out here, bro.
Like, how can you provide for her when you can't provide for yourself?
Exactly.
The whole like, I'm doing this for you as they like get it separated. Like, holy fuck.
That scene when they're both crying for each other.
Sister.
Oh, yeah.
I hated the dove.
Dude.
I hated the dove.
Me just crying, laying down. I was like, damn, this shit hurt.
It's wild. And then now we have Taylor at the orphanage being delivered the letter of her sister by the name of Amy. Mm-hmm. And like the letter's super short, but as soon as like she reads the letter, at me as an audience, first time watching this movie, she's like, just use this magic word whenever you feel discomfort. Oh. It's like, just say Amy, because Taylor doesn't know how to read. So our Benedict Blue, our mailman with Hills on, is reading this letter to her, and as soon as he says Amy, I already had felt like, oh
you
shit.
felt the choke of coming.
They only said it once. And I'm just like, fuck. And then like you can see like Taylor's eyes like wind up.
Sister?
Oh dude, like
it's that
crazy.
Scene too when he read it out. I was like, Jesus, like.
And then Miss Violet, just because she's the most wonderful person, also sent a letter. Hey, if you ever need me, like, hit me up.
Yeah.
Best girl ever. Best girl.
Oh, shit. Got me fucked up.
I think that does show, like, emotional growth on Violet's part, though. Because, like, that is totally something that she would have taken from, like, the season finale of, like, the original series. That, like, it's okay that people need help. You know what I mean? Because, like, part of like the first half of the first season of Violet Evergarden is that like, no, I'm independent. You don't understand. I'm basically like a retired veteran in the army.
I'm a machine.
Like I'm a killing machine. I don't need anybody. Just tell me what to do. Give me orders, and I'm on it. Like I don't need to be an empathetic person. But like part of being part of this new society post like this World War kind of esque thing is that it's okay to be empathetic. It's okay for other people to depend on you because it's that it takes a village to raise a kid kind of mentality. We're going to raise a certain generation together, which isn't a bad thing. I think it's really noble. And that's part of what Violet was like expressing.
It's great because even like 3 years later, maybe, after the first delivered letter.
So Violet goes to the all-girls school 1 year after retiring from the army, and then 3 years after that is the second half of the movie.
Correct.
When Taylor goes to Violet's doll service place and like meets up with her,
struggling to find her.
Yeah,
like struggling.
Yeah, she can't read.
She's got like a stamp on the letter on the original letter.
And she's just like wandering
matching
through town. Images. Literally.
Yeah. I like the second half a lot less than the first half, if I'm being completely honest.
I feel like it was connected.
I agree.
You do?
Yeah.
I feel like it was connected nicely. I feel like
I understand why it's there, but
I felt like they made it too long.
The first half was just spicy for me, man. Like we go from watching The Witch from Mercury, which was like the most mid half-assed Yuri concept I've seen in forever. And then I get something that like is spicier than a Gundam series in terms of like Yuri-ness, and I was like, this is cool. This is
not
dope.
marketed as Yuri.
It's not. Yeah. It's not marketed as like that. And like that's part of the marketing scheme for Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch from Mercury. Mm-hmm. So I was super in love with the first half, but then the second half comes about, and it's like, oh, I'm still that little orphan girl from part 1, but now I'm a little bit older, and I still don't know how to read or write. Everyone feel bad for me, please. And I don't know if I was being facetious or not.
Well, that's what I was talking about, like the whole point of like what Violet Evergarden is. You know what I'm saying? And like here, like once you see the end of the ball, once you see like before like the letter request to Taylor, like I'm in the same sauce as you are. I'm dipping in the same fucking sauce, bro, because I'm like, oh shit, this is crazy. But then my brain is like, wait, no, it's like this is not it. They have to do something for like the whole feeling. So I look at the timestamp and I'm like halfway through. I'm like, okay, here it comes, and it's like this next part, and I think it was threaded nicely. I think it was just like the sister trying to reconnect with her like sister. I don't know.
So what happens? Like Taylor Bartlett, the adopted sister of Amy Bartlett, just kind of shows up at Violet's
Job.
doll service,
Thing,
mail service place, right? And she's just kind of like, hey, I want you to help me find my sister and teach me how to read and write and stuff.
And like what I thought, I'm so sorry.
No, go for it.
With I guess Violet's boss guy, manager. What's his name?
Claudia?
No, that's a hot bitch.
No,
That guy.
Claudia.
Oh, his name is Claudia?
His name is Claudia.
Oh, Daddy? Yes, Daddy. Okay, so well, I guess when Taylor's like begging, like, no, I need to work, and then he like sees a visual of Violet when she was like, I need to know what I love you means. Bro, that I was like, again.
Yeah. See,
That
I forgot
hurt.
I did forget about that part. I did forget.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, I could do with this, but everything else, I'm like, I felt like it was in this.
No, when that scene happened, like, it reminds me of, like, the second episode of Violet Evergarden. I was like, oh, fuck.
It's definitely
The feels again.
Yeah, it's definitely like a Luke Skywalker kind of thing. You're seeing, yourself grow up.
Oh, well,
almost.
I think that's what's, like... It's totally off topic. I think that's an important part about like why the prequels are significant is because it makes you watch the original trilogy different. Okay. Because once you understand that Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker, who is Luke Skywalker's biological father, the reason why in Episode 6 Darth Vader betrays his son that he's met, betrays the Emperor to his son that he's met twice, is because he sees himself in Luke.
Correct.
So I guess to your point, the reason why Claudia goes out of his way to help this homeless 10-year-old girl who just like ran away from a nun orphanage is because he sees this other orphan that he helped 4 years ago.
And not as crazy. At least this one's not a child soldier. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
She's just homeless.
She's just illiterate.
Just homeless.
She's just
Yeah,
illiterate.
illiterate. And
She's just illiterate and homeless.
Yeah.
No PTSD, just illiterate and homeless. It's not that bad.
And yeah, she comes in and she sees her quote unquote like brother. She's like, brother, you're the motherfucker that delivered my sister's drug. I'm right here.
And he's like, I'm not your brother.
Benedict.
Period.
Yeah, Benedict. and like super cool. Almost, I thought a throwaway character in the series.
Yeah.
Of just being like the man jockey.
The one dude at the doll the doll facility
With the hills.
It's like, oh shit, I gotta do this shit again. Blah, 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 blah. And then,
Well, there's a part in season 1 where him and Catalea.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that the Tang girl?
Yeah. They almost kind of have a thing
Yeah.
sometimes, but then like Catalea's also got a thing with Claudia. So like that's a thing in season 1, which wasn't brought it up at all in this movie.
Yeah.
Who's the big titty bitch? Sorry.
Baby girl? Mommy?
The mommy? Who's the mommy?
Who?
That one.
Catalea. Cattleleya.
Okay, I meant the other Tang girl with the short hair.
No. Yeah, I know. I know who you meant.
Iris. No.
I don't know who we're talking about.
Yeah, that one. No, the one with
That's
the
a
orange
dude.
hair.
That's,
Go
no,
up.
that's Daddy.
The love interest with Benedict. That's who we're talking about, right?
Right,
Okay.
right,
And even her. What's her name again?
That's
I thought
Catalea.
I thought
Catalea?
she was with like Daddy.
Doesn't
meant Daddy.
Catalea tease the love interest of Benedict? Like, ooh, I wonder who that girl is. Maybe his love child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Just to be an ass.
Yeah, just to
I remember that came up in our conversation for when we talked about the first season, was that Catalea in the beginning of the original season like has a thing for Claudia because he's like the manager and the owner, whatever the fuck he's doing. But then like halfway through, because he's clearly not interested and he's also got PTSD from the war and she's just a doll, like she doesn't have any real trauma from the war, she doesn't really deal with that. But then Benedict's the young dude in the office and they kind of like have some office flirting.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, I was expecting more of that dialogue in this movie, and none of that happens, pretty much. Like, it's just that one part that you're talking about where, like, Taylor walks in with Benedict, just walks in the store, gets some light chastisement from Catalea, but then there's none of that relationship that they had in season 1. Like, there's even a whole subsection in the second half where Benedict is helping Taylor figure out where her sister is, right? Because all they know is that she's the only York daughter, and she kind of got like arranged marriage away, and they're not sure to who or to where or what's going on. So Benedict just stays up all night for like a week. It makes it look like it's like several days that he's staying up, trying to stay late, trying to stalk addresses, and the only time I see glimpses of that Catalea Benedict relationship is when she finds him in the office still, first thing in the morning, wakes him up and is just like, "Oh, you really do care. You were up all night." That's very interesting. Like she's interested in how he acts when he's monitoring a kid, kind of. You know what I mean? Because he's never shown that type of maturity.
I felt
before.
like it wasn't even about Taylor, that he was just so invested in getting the mail out is because he got his new fucking motorcycle.
He's just a male
or
nerd.
his bike.
Yeah, at the end it did.
Because he was like, "Oh, I guess this is worth it because your bike was a piece of shit."
Hey, if you're trying to squeeze a raise from your boss, do it.
Yeah, and I think it wasn't even about that until maybe later he felt.
I see your point because like it's shown out of sequence like that because like he finds the address, you see him staying up all night, but then it's not until like later that they're like, okay, get on the new motorcycle. We're gonna go figure out where your sister is, and then they're like, oh, that's why you were working so hard because Claudia had promised him a brand new bike if he figured out where where
I would work hard
Isabella
too.
York was. I guess, but it's like a work vehicle, like just
the company vehicle.
Yeah, it's the company
Well, did
vehicle.
you not
What's
see
that
him
got to do with
pedaling,
me?
struggling?
Yeah, it's a physical bicycle, like in the first part, and then he gets an actual motorcycle.
Yeah, his bike was the exact situation of like what Amy and Taylor were going on. Like that's the homeless version of his bike.
Well, you keep bringing up his heels. Do you want to describe that a little bit?
And I mean, to your point, you're like, oh, I didn't like the second half of it. I mean, it did touch on a point that you really liked. It was the heels on the guy.
Well, I think that was interesting because what I was describing off mic.
Yeah, you told me off mic that was like a thing.
Yeah, well, heels were essentially a male shoe accessory. Like, they were not exclusively for women as they are now. Like, the Victorian era, like, Western European, Welsh, English kind of thing, heels were made for male aristocracy, essentially.
I did know that.
Because
I didn't know that either.
It made you look taller. It made you look more regal. And then eventually girls realized it made their ass look good. So then that's when it switched. You get what I mean? But so Benedict having like these like knee-high heels and like the only reason I think we bring it up so much is because the movie makes a point to always focus on his shoes.
It like accentuates it completely, like a shot on just his heels.
But come on, let's agree on one thing, that it's not a supportive heel.
No,
you know what
not
I'm
at all.
saying?
It's just like a tennis stiletto, bro.
Yeah,
It was a thick, chunky heel. Like, obviously, he can run and do his job properly.
It could have been more supportive. That's all I'm saying.
It was a good one. I was just like, you know what, Miss Man? You got this shit. You go deliver your mail, baby.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh directly into the mic.
Just pull up a picture of his heels.
No, I know what you're talking about. It's just
it was so supportive.
Y'all just describing it is just making me giggle. Like it's just,
and like the little click clack it made.
Yeah, like
no, that's good sound design. That's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. That is good sound design because I remember thinking about that. And he's walking upstairs to deliver a package. The guy's not there, and then he's like click clacks his way back down. And I was like, that's good sound design because that's not what a lot of people think about.
Yeah, they like made it known like, oh, Miss.
Yeah.
That's expensive. That's expensive sound design.
Is wearing his goddamn heels.
But see, that's what I mean. That's why it's significant that Violet in the first half, when she's wearing the tux, is wearing heels because that's a masculine accessory at the time. That's not a feminine accessory.
But she's always wearing heels.
Yeah, she's always been.
Even in her dress,
because she's masculine.
Don't all the dolls wear heels? Though?
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I'm trying to now think, but I know she's always wearing heels.
I can't remember. And like the Victorian era argument, like is kind of invalid anyways because this is seen as being after either World War I or World War II. It's a fake universe where like people have like automale aesthetics, but like. Victorian era was what, like early 1800s, like 1830 something. So we're about 100 years off from this being considered an actual masculine accessory. But like, I do think it's important that like he wears heels for whatever reason, and the producers want you to know it.
Slay.
Yeah, it's not a boot heel. It's a fucking stiletto.
It's laced and everything.
It's nice. It's a nice heel.
Where can you get yourself a pair?
Yeah, exactly.
Where?
I couldn't walk in that.
Did you know about the New York men's race on heels?
No, I
think they do it every year. I think they do it for
it's for nonprofit?
It's a race for like a cure, right?
Cancer? I think so.
Cancer? It's like I think it's called Walk in My Shoes.
Or either what is the
red one?
What is the silent killer for women? HPV.
Oh, HPV.
It might be for that or breast cancer.
I think it's breast cancer. I think it's in October.
I
they
think
do
it's
it.
NYPD that does it. I think I know because that's what it's called. It's called like the Walk in Her Shoes campaign or whatever.
Yeah, and they do a run like through like this main street in
Literally,
New York,
and it just heals.
And, like the bloopers and like people falling is fucking crazy, dude. Those ankles are
Honestly,
breaking.
number one, I'm a little bit down to shame the NYPD. A lot of them.
all the time.
Number two, I think it's cool that it's for a nonprofit campaign. I think that's super, super dope.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And the rest of the second half is just like Taylor's training arc and how to become a male person. And I'm not sure I liked any of that.
I didn't care for it.
I didn't care for it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I saw a little moment where Violet Evergarden was talking to Taylor when Benedict was like present, and she's like, "Hey, I'm sorry." He's like, because Taylor was like, "Hey, teacher," because she stopped calling him brother and started calling him teacher. Like, "Hey, teacher, are we gonna go out tomorrow to learn more?" He's like, "Hey, listen, like you don't really know how to read. It's like you could only say the numbers." And then Violet, it's there. She's like, "Hey, I'll train you tomorrow." I'm sorry, not train. We'll study tomorrow because she's still in her fucking like soldier like mind.
Yeah,
and that's what I saw too. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, like this is fucking crazy.
No, that's
and
right.
Then they start learning montage of like a year or something like that. Where
Was it a year?
I don't know, it was something like 6 months or something like that. People
it's
in
months.
anime,
It is months, but I'm not. I don't.
I didn't think it
the
was a
timeline's
year.
really
it
ambiguous.
literally people learn fast as fucking anime.
Kids learn fast too.
Oh,
Just so we're clear,
You're
like
right.
kids learn quickly. Like
You're
she's like
I was
8,
gonna say,
9
how
years
old is
old.
she? Like 7?
So if it's 3 years after she got the letter, she might be like 7 because she looked like she was like 4 or 5 when
Yeah.
she got the
Yeah,
letter.
and
Yeah.
just saying one word. That was it.
So she's like 7 or 8.
Yeah. So then that's what I got from that moment, and then that moment of her teaching her how to read and write, and then again going with his teacher on another like route and delivering letters and stuff. Now she again Violet Evergarden showing her power scale. It's like, hey, can you help me write a letter to my sister? And even it's written in a typewriter, but they animate the letter being all like chicken scratch on the thing. I'm like, how does that even fucking happen?
Well, then again, it's like a weird, non-existent language.
Yeah, the character
just looks like...
No, yeah, but like the wiggle, like it's usually straight lines.
Was
and
it
nice
really? I don't think
curvatures.
I noticed that.
Like on the paper, it looks all like chicken scratch.
I did notice that on the typewriter, it's what like a Japanese person thinks a Western European language's letters look like. It's just like it looked like Harry Potter symbols almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the only part I liked about the second half was the part where they actually go on their little road trip. So now that Taylor knows how to read and write, and she's an official in training male person to Benedict, she writes her letter at the behest of Violet with her help, with her aid, and they go to where they think that the York mistress has been sold off to for marriage.
Just because it's not confirmed where she's at.
Right, right, exactly. And it reminded me, what's the movie where the guy goes on a motorcycle all across South America?
Motorcycle Diaries.
Reminded me of that, and I don't know why. Like, just because it's a motorcycle, maybe I'm simple-minded like that.
The Che Guevara story.
Yeah, that one. And like, it reminded me of that a little bit because I remember that movie's sad as shit.
Well, it's because if you think about it, like in the Violet Evergarden universe, like Violet Evergarden being like the best girl and the best like idol male doll, like in right now, if you have the story, you can make a separate series on the mailman. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, Benedict,
he's just delivering, and he read to a illiterate child. Like how many times has he not?
Well, and because he's a man, you know he was probably associated with the war effort in some way. Like, even if he was like 11, 12 years old while the war was going on, so was fucking Violet.
And then we also have like the senile woman who keeps asking about the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that was
that's
weird.
true. I was trying to think, and I was like, wait, isn't that the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah.
But it was just a telephone post? Or what did they
And
say
he's
it was?
like, it's a radio tower.
Oh, radio tower.
Yeah.
The Eiffel Tower was a radio tower.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but like in this weird, like fake universe, it's like if the Eiffel Tower would have been destroyed during World War II.
Yeah.
So they're rebuilding it, But yeah, that senile woman keeps asking Benedict, and Benedict's just like, "Oh, don't worry about it."
It's like how Spy Family is also like this post World War II like fake world as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know what it is about Japanese authors. They just really like romanticize, because so is Attack on Titan when you think about it.
shit. And Howl's
Yeah.
Moving Castle. It's in
And
World War
Howl's
One.
Moving Castle.
Yeah.
Like Japanese writers really like this post World War II era Europe thing, but then they throw a fantasy twist on it and just fuck it all up.
I mean, I think they're valid for thinking of another outcome that could happen from one of the wars.
What do you
So-
mean? Like nuclear
Yeah,
apocalypse?
exactly. So I'm pretty sure there's like, imagine that wouldn't have happened.
If Russia just took over all of Western Europe, wouldn't that be insane? So, I did get teary-eyed a little bit, like at the end of the movie, because they find they find
Sister.
Amy, they find Isabella, whatever
ugly
she's
crying.
calling herself. I was crying a little bit. Well,
Dude, I sobbed. Not gonna lie, I
like-
fucking sobbed.
I was like,
I wasn't crying as much as I normally do, granted, because like a lot of times when we watch
much as I
stuff, I know, like I will cry a lot for stuff we watch sometimes. But something I'm trying to get out of is like Violet Evergarden does do a good job because it gives you visual cues when it wants you to cry, because you'll start seeing characters on screen start crying.
Yes.
And like I'm trying to get out of it. Like I'm not gonna fall for it. You can't make me do it
It's
just
when
because
they
you're
like
showing it.
exaggerate their eyes, like start doing that. I'm like,
I let it go.
fuck.
I let it go. I saw all the eyes doing this.
You're like,
I was like, no.
hyperventilating.
Well, I'm trying to get out of that, you know what I mean? So then, like, Isabella starts crying, and I'm like, I'm not gonna cry.
Just
You
let it
can't-
happen.
you
Just
can't
let it
fucking make-
happen.
But when Taylor started crying, I did start crying a
Dude,
little bit.
but
She's like tucked. Oh,
dude,
Ooh.
I get you, Drew, because like with this past fucking Feelings February, you
Last
know,
year's 2022's.
No, this year's.
Oh,
like
okay,
just
okay.
having The Witch from Mercury, which is
Bad.
super mid. Don't recommend watching it.
love that.
I am so invested of like just letting go in Feelings February.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm like
Crying
before-
24/7, baby.
Well, it's because the first time we did Feelings February, we did it on like accident.
Was it last year?
No, February 2021. We did it on like accident because we watched Your Lie in April. We watched Your Voice. We watched we watched your voice, your name, and just the saddest things you could
Everything.
imagine. But that's what I mean. We did it on like accident, and then it wasn't until like April we were like, "Yo,
Damn, we
that should be like a
fucked.
thing for next
Yeah.
year."
Absolutely. So now, like, I'm watching. I'm like, I know what Violet Evergarden is. I know what this is. It's like I'm just letting it roll, baby. I'm just
I
letting
know
it
what to
roll,
feel
baby.
and when to
like,
feel.
He's like gorilla, like pounding his chest.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
got this.
stay with your chest, big
No,
dog.
and I'm like, I'm just gonna let myself go. I'm not even gonna think about it that much. Like, I don't care. Like, and then like by the time like the ball happened, like the separation, and then like the illiterate kid learning English or whatever their language is, for whatever the dubs, and then like this delivery of this letter, I'm just like, oh God.
I didn't like that they didn't say hi to each other. I did not like that. I knew
that was giving me crying. I was like, yeah.
And I was like, just run out. I'm like, Benedict sees you crying, and that made him
Yeah.
cry.
I thought he was just gonna grab her and be like, "Yo, you want to come out of that bush?"
but he
like,
just saw her, and he was like,
No.
because
Got it.
they give Isabella the letter. They find her like in the back lake house portion of like her mansion or whatever, and she has no friends. She's a loser again, and she's just kind of doing it to protect her adopted sister, which is why she let the Lord of York like adopt her. And then like Benedict's just like, "Yo, I traveled all this way. I'm super glad I found you. Read this letter." And it reads Taylor Benedict. And right as soon as she reads Taylor Benedict,
Let's
she's
go.
like, "Oh!"
Let's go for her umbrella. And she just starts bawling. I'm just like, oh, fuck.
and it's like her eyes like start like gleaming, like you can just see the emotion in her face, and she's like, "This is it, sister."
Right. But see, and then Taylor's in the background watching her read the letter, watching her cry. So she starts crying because her sister's crying. And then I really expected Benedict to be just like, "Oh yeah, it's weird that you're crying because your sister's right here. You should say hi to her."
Special guest.
Yeah, but then Taylor doesn't want to meet her because she's like, "No, I can't meet my sister like this."
Until I'm an official mailman.
Yeah, I need to meet her when I'm the best
No,
male person ever.
But then again, like that's why because on the letter she's like, "Hey, I understand why you did this.
Yeah.
because you wanted something better for me.
Yeah.
And the reason for me, what I saw in my fucking completely vulnerable hour and a half.
Anyway, it's
sitting
just
there.
Wonderwall.
You know what I'm saying? Like Taylor is like, she wanted better for me. I need to show her that I'm doing better before I meet her. So like the whole closing of the story, I was like, thank you. All right, we gotta know for more.
This is the closure I needed.
Yeah, this is the closure I needed. For me, like a sandwich, just stacked that perfectly. I ate that emotional sandwich.
I wish it was just the first half the whole time.
I know. I get it. I get it.
I could have done it like the first half and then like not so much of the second half. Like maybe the first 15 minutes, I was like, meh. But the last like 3 seconds, I was like, solid. That's all I needed.
If there was a plot line where like Violet Evergarden finds a new love with another woman, I'm in for it.
Don't spoil the movie for us. We'll have you back to watch Violet Evergarden the movie.
I was gonna be like, don't do this to me.
No, don't spoil it for me, please.
I'm not gonna.
But like, we have to watch it. We have to.
Yes.
We can't not watch it.
Yeah. Probably before Feelings Hurt Ray.
Yeah, probably before.
Yeah.
Final takes on Violet Evergarden, Eternity and the Auto Memory Doll. Anybody?
Don't get lippy with Miss Violet, please.
No, it's mean.
Yeah, that's mean.
I'm gonna slap my TV. Stop it.
It was good. I forgot about it, but I'm just like, you know what? Those moments that were just super tear jerking, I fucked with it.
Okay. I liked it too. I recommend it very much because it's Violet Evergarden. You know what I mean?
It's because, dog, the Violet Evergarden lore is amazing.
No, it's amazing. It's like stupendous.
It builds up everything, like the shoes, the writing,
like
the letters.
I almost ugly sobbed when we recorded on the season.
Yeah,
so like maybe I fucked up because I went into this movie just being like, oh, I'm just gonna watch a movie, whatever. Because like maybe one part of my head wanted to be playing like Harry Potter Legacy or whatever.
I was so upset from Witch Mercury that I was like, I need to feel something, so I just like opened myself
Where is
up.
the feelings in Feelings February?
Like
please.
Exactly. I just
feel because it's so different. It's such a different
it's such a different thing. Absolutely.
Style for me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have any of those anime eccentricities. It's not corny like what a lot of people think anime is. It's very mature.
It's a novella.
It's a novella. Like it's 2D Japanese animation, but like all drama all the time. Like it doesn't have any of these weird none of that.
Very little spice.
But like mature spice, like good spice,
Good
spice. Like it was. I don't know. I guess that's good. Should we do a nerd down?
Nerd down.
Say nerd down.
Nerd down.
Yeah.
Yay.
Nerd down.
Welcome to Nerd Down, where nerds get down. Drew Philippolis, Alderman is at the end of the table. Rachel Eves right here. At the beginning of this Nerd Down, we do want to remind everybody to subscribe to us on YouTube, to be honest, at Between Nerds. Super simple. All of our social media accounts follow us at Between Nerds. However y'all listen to us, because like sometimes we have people that only interact with us on TikTok, but aren't subscribed to us on YouTube or on Twitter. We do most of our communication on Twitter. We care most about YouTube, to be honest, not even TikTok or Instagram. But even though we have some stuff that blows up on Instagram sometimes. I don't know how that happens.
Yeah, but like the most efficient way you can communicate with us will be our email at betweennerdspodcast@gmail.com.
That's right.
That's the only, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't listen, we're not going to know. If you email us, we're not going to know if you listen.
Yeah.
But if you email us and give us your recommendations of anime, we'll listen to that, you know? And but the only way you can get into the giveaway, which we have a winner for the last month, is by commenting on YouTube.
Right.
Because we care about YouTube.
Yeah. So if you're a subscriber on YouTube and you leave a comment on any video, you're automatically entered into our February giveaway. And at the end of the month, me and Aldo use a random number generator to pick somebody at random to win said giveaway. And then we reply to your comment and we're like, hey, email us at betweenpodcast@gmail.com. And then we get your email address or your mailing address. And then we mail you some cool handpicked nerd stuff.
Or P.O. Box.
Or P.O. Box, absolutely. Yeah. So we did have a winner last time. We reached out to the winner. We announced it last episode. And they're going to be getting something cool this upcoming week.
Absolutely. Raz, right? On YouTube. The account commented on our clips for YouTube.
Well, on the body of our episodes about The Witch from Mercury, because we picked Raz because they had commented and given us suggestions. And the reason why we watched The Witch from Mercury was because of Raz's comment. So then Raz commented essentially saying like, I'm glad y'all took the same thing from this. I wasn't expecting too much. I appreciate how y'all discuss anime, but it was kind of mid.
It was a great comment. Honestly, that was the last good comment we saw before seeing like atrocious ass comments, like on TikTok and shit.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much, Raz. Your giveaway is coming. It's coming soon. We will write that name on your package, and hopefully we have a leftover sticker for you from our past logo.
Yeah.
We are definitely looking into making new stickers for our new logos. Ms. Rachel said that this NerdDown logo is very nice, so I appreciate
It's cute.
that.
She's cute.
Shout out to Hector
that.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate his work. He's produced the new updated Between Nerds logo and the NerdDown logos.
Absolutely. Also, shout out to Black Flag, Jim. Thank you guys. Thank you, Roby. I'm hurting, so thank you very much.
I still haven't been invited.
You always been invited, dude.
I've been invited. I haven't gone.
You haven't. You're
I
invited
haven't
like every
taken
day.
the invitation.
Every day, yeah, dude. It's nice. If anything, it's gonna do good for your lungs.
Yeah, you
You
think?
know, it's a lot of
I'm
conditioning.
an asthmatic. Is that even?
It's a lot of
is that
conditioning.
even a good thing?
Well, just take your inhaler and you'll be good, nerd.
No. That sounds like too much work for me.
Shut up.
Just
Just at the gym.
He's putting in the work.
Hold on. What are we talking about for this nerd now? Are we flaming me or what were we talking about?
Well, no.
I'm okay if we're putting me on blast, but what are we talking about?
No, let's do the comments.
No, let's do the comments last. What
Okay,
what
comments
works
last.
are we gonna talk about?
Okay, Ms. Rachel, did you enjoy this Violet Evergarden last episode?
I did. I thought it was gonna be the movie, but I did enjoy it.
You did enjoy it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll be back.
And then you have also gotten in. You're in your stories and Instagram. You're always like watching anime. You know, like passively in the background. You watch Weathering with You.
Well, hold on. Are there any social media accounts that you want people following you at? Like, granted, this hefty 150 subscribers on YouTube.
45. 145.
145. Like, do you want them reaching out to you on social media? Do you want them following up with you? Where can people follow Rachel?
I have a Twitter and a Facebook. My Twitter, Rachel_Eves. And my Facebook is just Rachel Eves.
Cool.
YVES?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
And so
Weathering with you.
Weathering with You.
Oh, brother, that shit hurted. It was a lot, honestly.
I haven't seen Weathering with You in like a year and a half.
It's the
Do
one
you
with
want
the-
to remind me Weathering with You?
It's the one with the rain bitch, right?
Yeah, Sunshine Girl, get it right.
Yes,
Yes,
Oh
ma'am.
my
Sunshine
God.
Girl.
Sunshine God. Yeah.
Yes. Just pretty much, this little kid runs away from his family, goes to
Correct.
Tokyo, I
Yeah.
believe.
There's a gun situation.
Yeah, and he ends up getting somehow involved with a gun, some shit along the lines. Runs into this one girl at McDonald's, and I like that they actually.
It was a
McDonald's.
Yeah.
They literally have everything like there, and it was a McDonald's.
Yeah, it was a marketing for production budget.
Super smart, and they end up becoming friends. Even though, well, I guess he has a job. I guess
He
with
was
like a
free-
newspaper.
Yeah, he was a freelance.
No,
Like
wasn't he the one that like collected cans and did like the whole homeless thing?
he was homeless, but remember he starts working for the guy that works for like a rag newspaper or whatever.
Yeah, and they like want to discover the Sunshine Girl.
Yeah, you're
And then
right.
he ends up actually meeting her.
An internship at this
Yeah,
small
internship, there you go.
journalist.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
ends up meeting Sunshine Girl, and they become
Correct.
BFFs,
Correct.
lovers, or whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Correct.
And
And-
you've seen Your Name, right?
It's been a while, but yes,
It's been okay. So like
it's been a while.
it sounds like you've seen at least 2 of Makoto Shinkai works. Have you seen 9 centimeters per second?
No,
That one's so good.
That's probably the best one.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
Or The Garden of Words?
no.
Okay. So you
That's
have a
feet.
couple
I
on
can watch
feet.
something.
You,
Alright,
you have
cool.
a couple on Makoto Shinkai. The other 2 are shorts. I don't even think they're feature-length films. But like out of we love Makoto Shinkai. Like to be honest, like that's probably my favorite anime producer outside of the guy that made Paprika. What's his name? Is that too much on the spot? I think you knew this one. My bad.
No, it's okay. It's no. I can't honestly. I can't remember.
I don't know. Studio Madhouse, fictional anime, screenplay by
Masuba is the same.
Oh, Satoshi Kon.
Satoshi Kon.
Satoshi Kon.
I was gonna say that.
So like, there's like 3 good or high-profile anime movie directors / producers, right? So like, that's a big thing in American media. Like, if you're able to both direct and produce a movie, like your name's everywhere.
It's your vision.
So you're thinking James Cameron. You're thinking of God, I can't think. Who made the? Who made E.T.? What's his name?
Oh, Steven Spielberg.
Right. So you're thinking of Steven Spielberg. You're thinking of these very, very, very high-profile Hollywood
big names.
right?
Yes.
So like in Japanese anime production, it's kind of 3-4 names maybe. So it's Makoto Shinkai, it's Satoshi Kon, and
Miyazaki,
and Hayao Miyazaki. Basically, that's like it, kind of.
Okay.
So well, the guy from Summer Wars too, Wolf Children guy. He's also made like his presence known in anime, in anime media.
Right.
Who is Mosuda?
Hosoda. Momoro Hosoda. So you're right. That's my fault. I forgot him. So there's 4. There's like 4 gods of Japanese feature-length film anime media, right? It's those 4. And like, I think it's super interesting that you're like 2 pieces of media into Satoshi Kon, because Satoshi Kon or
Makoto
Shinkai is so popular that they've almost started like mimicking his works, that there's a lot of feature-length films are marketed as Makoto Shinkai films, but he's not involved with them like at all. Mm-hmm. They're trying to market it as like this high-profile slice of life romance feature-length film that also has some sci-fi fantasy aspects in it, right? That's kind of your name. That's kind of weathering with you. And it's gotten to the point that like
Bobo tried to do it.
Bubble tried to do it.
Did you watch
the Netflix original?
It's this super.
Bubble?
Yeah, it's called Bubble. It's
a bubble, like a bath bubble.
Animated amazingly, and it has like a good
Wait,
premise.
it's just called Bubble, or is it that really long one?
No, it's called Bubble. It's just Bubble. If you just go on Netflix and just search Bubble and you see an anime movie, it's that one.
So that's pretty much the same thing as what a Shinkai movie would want to be.
Right.
You know. Right. But like, we're glad that you're watching this movie because 5 centimeters per second. It's fucking cool. Okay, so just to give you how sappy it is, that title alone, 5 centimeters per second, it's how fast a petal from a cherry blossom tree, like falls to the ground. Like 5 centimeters per second.
But it's a metaphor for like falling out of love with your first love that you had in like 4th, 5th grade.
Yeah. That's how sappy it gets, girl.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah.
I'll watch this when I get home.
But see, that's what I mean. Like, Makoto Shinkai and like Mamoru Hosoda are like the only ones doing metaphors like this. You know what I mean? So like, even Hayao Miyazaki, his metaphors are more visual, right? Like, what does the soot monsters mean? What do all the ghosts and the demons in Spirited Away mean? It's a metaphor for humanity's devils, right? But it's more visual and it's never said out loud. Makoto Shinkai and Mamoru Hosoda will like beat you over the head like, this is peak media. Please. Yeah. Like, if you don't understand this, you are an idiot. This is peak media.
I can't put it as simple as this. Yeah.
Right. It can't get even easier. And that's why I think I'm so excited for Suzume, because like, all we've seen from the trailers is it looks like it's reaching more towards the like Studio Ghibli aspect of being visual metaphors, because it's people being turned into things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen the trailer, so
no. Just you saying out loud that you're watching Weathering with You and you liked it means a lot in this room.
Yeah. No, it's fucking awesome. Like, watch 5 centimeters. That's just gonna be really good. I hope Suzume. Is that what it's called? Suzume. I hope Suzume is really fucking good too. New episode of The Last of Us. Sunday, Super Bowl is coming up. They changed it. I didn't have a chance to fucking watch The Last of Us.
Did you want to talk about episode 4? Or episode 3?
We did talk about it. Yeah, no, we talked about
so the one that came out last Sunday.
You loved it, right? episode 3 of The Last of Us.
I'm trying to remember. Give me a second.
The one with the gay couple.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
No, but then episode 4
that was episode 3 then.
Their introduction into Kansas City.
I haven't watched
episode 3.
That's the one that came out this Friday.
No, that was last
episode
weekend.
5.
What?
Yeah, so because of the Super Bowl schedule, they started offset. So they're not going to release episode 5 during Super Bowl Sunday.
Right,
they did it this Friday. So you're 2 episodes behind.
No, I did watch episode 4. Yes,
you did watch episode 4. Their
episode.
Introduction into Kansas City.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like that episode was interesting because it's the most like the games I've seen so far.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I've never played, I'm not a gamer, how it...
You're not a gamer?
I'm not a gamer. But yeah, like, I guess with the ending too, and they're like, oh, this is gonna get good with the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm like, I don't know. See, I like not knowing stuff at all.
Well, I haven't played any of The Last of Us.
I was about to say something was kind of spoiler, but I'm not gonna say it.
Please
it's a
don't.
single word.
Please
I want to remember it, so it's fine.
No, it's okay. I'm not gonna say it because he will remember.
The only thing I've seen of The Last of Us is like Aldo made me play the first 2 hours, like 2 weeks ago.
It was an hour. Dude.
An hour and a half.
It was 7 hours.
We played an hour and a half 2 weeks ago.
You're like, I played this before.
But like, it felt like PS3 level gameplay. You know what I mean? Walk over to this ladder, press triangle, walk up. You know, this feels like PS3 gameplay. I'm not interested in that right now. I'd much rather be watching or playing Hogwarts Legacy or some shit. So
you have to put it on the super hard mode. That's what keeps you on your toes. It's like, is that really a bush? Or is not that a bush? That's a zombie. Oh, shit.
Well, that's what episode 5 feels like. Is that, like, even in the after episode commentary, the main director is just like, yeah, this isn't gameplay. Like, so we can't put zombies in every other scene because this isn't you playing a game. And then once the zombies finally come out in episode 5, he's just like, yeah, this is what it would really be like in the real world. Like, you're in Kansas City, a truck lights on fire and falls into the ground, and a horde of zombies just pop out. Like, did you ever play Left 4 Dead?
I don't play games. Did you not just hear me?
She's not a gamer.
I'm not a gamer.
Oh, no, did you play Left 4 Dead?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
The one that was like a 4-player co-op, and you'd go around trying to kill zombies.
Guy. Yeah.
Like, that was... I think that's the best zombie game outside of, like, the original, like, Zombies Call of Duty mode.
Did you ever play Dead Island?
No, never. Why?
Dead Island was pretty fun, dude.
Why was Dead Island?
It was a fucking Hawaii. It was like a Hawaii vacation for this couple, but like shit goes wrong and like everybody turns into zombies. So he's trying to escape like the hotel, and like the zombies are awesome and the mods are awesome for your weapons and shit. You gotta find your nails if you want to make a bat with nails on it, and like you gotta make all these modifications to your weapons. It was really fun, and that was PlayStation 2, dog.
But that sounds hard.
It was awesome. It was awesome, but they never like evolved from that. But like,
did the PS2 have the best like PlayStation originals ever produced?
Well, Metal Gear Solid Snake 2 is right there.
So that's Metal Gear Solid Snake 2. That's God of War 2 and 3.
2 and 3, I think so.
That's the original Dead Space. That's the original
Fallout.
Those are that's not original.
Oh no,
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
So like, out of those originals, do you think the PS2 originals are the best of all of the PlayStation?
It has
originals?
Metal Gear in there. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Even when like I'm watching YouTube videos on like best open world games that you should play now, like it's always Red Dead Redemption 2, which you always talk about. It's The Witcher 3, and then it's the third one of the
Devil May Cry.
No. Of the or maybe the fourth one of the no, the ones you were just saying. The
Metal Gear?
Yeah, so Metal Gear 3 is the one that people complained about had too many cutscenes.
Metal Gear 4.
Right. So they're saying Metal Gear 4 is probably the best of the Metal Gear games. And out of all the open world Metal Gear games, it's probably the best one.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I watch stuff, like, that's what they're saying.
Yeah. No. Metal Gear and Death Stranding are beautiful fucking games that everybody should watch.
See, I feel like as long as I've known you, or as long as we've been doing this podcast, you've always been talking about Dead Stranding in that way.
Dude,
that it's good. But, like, whenever I watch, like, YouTube videos about it, or I watch, like, other media that's not just Aldo Mendez, it feels really mixed.
Bro, like, Dead Stranding, it's such your game. besides Red Dead Redemption. Like Red Dead Redemption is Dark Drew, and then like Death Stranding is like Light Drew. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I don't.
Like you
Elaborate.
like
Please elaborate.
It's because like the premise for Death Stranding 2 is about this guy who is like single-handedly connecting the country back together after this like multi-dimensional like paradox that happens like almost like in Cloverfield of like two universes almost like colliding or like
Right, okay.
into themselves. So like just like this person like delivering a teddy bear for this girl, but that's just one package in your bag. So you're also delivering like, I don't know if you're familiar with like the footage or anything, but like this dude is just like walking with like heavy ass cargo, but like every one of those things is like, oh, it's a teddy bear for somebody's daughter, it's medicine for somebody's grandma, it's like a pizza for some dude that wanted to eat some pizza and stuff like that. And then like the path there, just like in Violet Evergarden, is just like wild.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah.
I think it would really be...
So you think Death Stranding is good because it reminds you of Violet Evergarden?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's an
Absolutely.
interesting take to have. I think that's a really
Absolutely.
interesting take to have. I think that's really
Absolutely.
important. Rachel, anything on Death Stranding?
I've never even heard of it. I'm just trying to learn.
Second part of the NerdDown is important because we are about to go into the comment section.
Do you want YouTube or TikTok first?
You know what? Give them to me hard to soft.
Hard to soft.
Hard to soft.
All I know is hard, but I guess.
Hey, I seen you
What?
at your soft. I seen you at your soft. Don't lie.
Hey, and you still love me after being soft? That's
Hey,
ridiculous.
I'm still
That's
your
ridiculous. Okay. I guess we'll start kind of soft. On the episode we posted on Wednesday, the introductory clip to our episode on The Witch from Mercury. And I think the clip that day is me describing that I'm upset that there are thousands of 5-star votes for The Witch from Mercury.
All right.
And the first comment from Patsuki21 reads, "Who is trusting Crunchyroll reviews like almost everything is 5 stars? No one cares."
We've had this fucking conversation before, but if you weren't a fucking TikTok user, you would know this. And if you would watch our show, we have
Tell him, Mendez. Tell him.
we have talked about like fake labels that like Crunchyroll would put on something, just like Netflix puts your top like their top 10 on Netflix. Like, isn't that the people's top 10 is Netflix top 10 because they were paid to be put there. We get this, nerd. We get the Drew was just emphasizing how this keeps going on and puts shit on Crunchyroll's top rated shit.
Yeah. That's all I was saying. And then we had people in the same vein, like commenting, like, "Oh, why don't you watch?" Same guy commented, "Nah, bro, ain't a bot. Just look at any list," which I think he's talking about, anime list. If you want a bit more accurate rating, which is true, we do that all the time. We take all of our recommendations more from my anime list than anything else.
And even then, it splits to shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, so, like, the thing about my anime list right now is, like, it's bullshit because only one core of the 4 core anime that is Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, has been released so far. And it's still number 2 all time? Bro, you don't know that. What are you talking about? Like, that proves your Crunchyroll point less because you're saying, like, don't take any reviews on Crunchyroll.
But take this one that I...
Yeah, but take my anime list
Fox
seriously.
News that I watch Fox News. Because Fox News
It's
tells
not
the
biased,
truth.
I promise.
Yeah, it's not biased, I promise, yeah.
But like, my thing is, like, my anime list, like, has all these groupings that they have different parameters that they judge anime by. So how many members do they have in this group for this specific anime? How many 5-star reviews? What is the average review? What is the median review?
Shit, off mic, we were having a conversation with Miss Rachel, who started it. She was like, "Are you guys those weird One Piece guys?" And
Wait,
we're
throwing me under the bus.
No, I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm telling you that you brought this conversation up. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? It's like, well, it's because there's people that do not watch anything besides One Piece because that's peak. I'm like, dog, from the time that we've been watching all this anime is that people that say they like anime only like 3 animes.
Yeah.
2 shitty animes and probably one of the top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, I understand why people like Naruto. But, like, I'm never going to be like, yeah, it's One Piece over Naruto and Bleach. Everything else is super ass. Like, I just don't agree that that's true. And, like, that's not true because the mangakas, like, go out of their way to show that that's not true. Like, Oda has said on several occasions that he appreciates the One Piece anime. The Bleach mangaka has said several times that he takes directly from his competitors. Like, there's no beef between any of the actual writers. It's just this made up beef. Yeah, it's just this made up beef between the fans.
Yeah, no, but it's a great point to all these conversations that come up in the internet, especially.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's an interesting one. Mr.
I like that guy that was
Aldo
like,
Mendes commented.
Aldo Mendes comments on every episode. I don't know what that's about.
Hey, I'm loyal to our brand. But anyways, I like that guy that said the fuck on our clip about explaining what the fuck is actually happening on the Witch from Mercury.
So Kitsune God 28. All he commented was TF 3 question marks.
The fuck.
Yeah, the fuck. What's going on? And, like, that's how we felt discussing The Witch from Mercury for about 40 minutes. Just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, we tried so hard to discuss it, like, literally, we tried so hard to discuss it, like, figurative. We tried going big brained on it. Like, maybe they mean this, and this, and that. Maybe this is going to happen in season 2. But, like, the more you try to break down The Witch from Mercury, the worse it is.
Yeah, the worse
which is already bad. Because you watch it at face level and you're just like, this is kind of mid. This is pretty mid, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, it's absolutely mid. Yeah.
Yeah. And Mr. Scott N, who's... I don't know why his YouTube account is called... Well, no.
He loves it.
No, this is one of my fraternity brothers. This is Justin Newsom.
Oh, okay.
But, like, his YouTube lists him as Scott. And,
so
like,
you found out who it was.
Yeah, I found... I went digging. I'm like, who is commenting?
Who's harassing me?
Yeah, who's harassing me as Drew on this? And, like directly quoting me in video. I'm not sure anybody's ever done that except for me and you, Aldo, because
probably.
we comment on our own videos.
We already know what we said.
Yeah, just to spice it up a little bit. He said, Drew is so unimpressed, probably about 20 minutes in, and then he said, tie adjacent dead face 10 minutes into the NerdDown, because I think that's one of our best clips, to be honest, which y'all probably will have already seen by this point.
Yeah,
is me talking about how the Philippines are semi-Thai adjacent.
Yes.
But, like, I appreciated Justin because, like, he commented on the video, and then I was like, who the fuck is Scott N? And then he messaged me a day later being like, dude, I watched your whole video. I thought it was super funny. I like how y'all broke stuff down. And, like, I appreciate that because, like, I've gotten death threats over the podcast before.
You recently got a fucked up...
They don't have time on their hands.
I got a death threat just on Facebook for no reason.
Like his personal account.
On my personal account on Facebook, somebody was just like, "Oh, you're a redneck trying to pretend to be a spick." Like, and I'm just like, none of these things are true. I don't know where you're getting this information.
Which Facebook is like the today's newspaper. Mm-hmm. You know, you pick it up. There's a lot of bullshit in it. Whatever, but like for somebody to message you on
top headline
directly, not even like, between nerds, me directly.
It's like this wannabe spick.
That's evil. Have you seen me?
He's gonna die soon, and who knows when.
And
face.
The only reason I think we're bringing that up, Rachel, is because like about 3-4 weeks ago, somebody gave me a death threat in the comment section. Like the other day, I don't know. Everyone loves Aldo. Everyone hates me. I don't know what the issue is.
I'm pampered. They're like, hey, don't be so rude.
We love Aldo, but Drew, I don't know.
I don't know what's wrong with me. That everyone's just like,
there's nothing wrong with you, bro. There's nothing wrong with you.
Apparently, to this person,
I don't know what it is. I really don't know.
What was the comment? Was like, you should No, you should end your content, and by that I mean kill yourself.
Yeah,
Or some shit
and it
like
was
that.
like a Japanese account. Like that was what Google translated it as.
Okay, period.
I'll think about that next time.
Thank you for the heads up,
Crazy
friend.
stuff. Crazy stuff.
God.
But then, and like we said, guys, the Nerd Down is for you guys to tell us what you guys think, not only about our content, but like about the animes that you guys like to watch. We really enjoy Raz's input into this animes because
Let me read you Raz's follow-up comment. So I replied to Raz's comment on episode 128, I think it was.
So this is after watching his recommendation, which was The Witch of Mercury.
Okay, because this guy recommended Raz
Yeah.
recommended
Yeah.
it to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two different Gundam series. We only watched one of them, which was The Witch from Mercury. Raz commented, "You guys got it right. I enjoy your conversations regarding the shows that you watch. I was curious what people think about modern or classic Gundam shows." Awesome.
Great stuff.
That's like, I wish every comment was written like this.
Yeah.
Like, that's constructive. It's not completely supportive, which I don't entirely want.
And it's not a death threat.
It is not a death threat.
Yeah. But like, thank you so much, Raz. You are the winner for the January giveaway, so you will be receiving that soon. We promise you.
We're shipping it this week, I promise.
Yes, and for everybody else that wants to join the giveaway, just comment on YouTube, subscribe, comment, like, make your subscriptions known, like fuck with your privacy settings, so we know that you are subscribed, or just give us a screenshot that you are subscribed to it, and like, just
prove it to me.
Yeah, just
like,
prove it to us.
Like you don't have to switch your privacy settings, but like I can't tell if you're subscribed or not.
we're not gonna send life changing shit either. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna send the cure of cancer to you or anything. We're just sending to you like some Gundams and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Raz. And that's why I wanted it hard to soft, because like we should end the Nerd Down.
That might have been too soft too early, because like, hold on TikTok.
Too soft too early?
Yeah. Hold on.
Second round?
Just in case commented on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
It was 5-star reviews from Gundam enjoyers, not anime in general enjoyers. Same with every specific genre / property.
Which we got when we were
Yeah,
watching it.
and that's what I mean. Like, especially on TikTok, like, you nerds really think that like I literally put in the description of the video episode 130. You think after 130 episodes, 130 weeks of doing this, that you're gonna surprise us being like, yeah, why haven't y'all read my anime list? Yeah, why are y'all still taking Crunchyroll reviews seriously? Like, bro, go touch grass and realize that you're not the only person on the internet. Yeah. Like, I understand that. I know that.
Talk to your mother, if anything.
Yeah. I know you're living in your mom's house.
Yeah.
Go talk to your mom and say what's up. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you have to act this sheltered about this. Like, you're not impressing anybody with this, like, yeah, you need to log into myanimelist.com and, like, read the reviews and see how many groups are associated with said anime. And, like, my anime list is also super biased because they tweeted the other day their top fantasy groupings on my anime list. And with 1.2 million people in that group
saw that.
was... what was
Made
it?
in Abyss.
Was Made in Abyss.
Have you seen Made in Abyss?
Yes, sir, I have.
Have you seen second season?
No, I haven't.
Don't.
Okay, I heard it's bad.
It's
I
not
haven't
bad.
seen the
It's
movie
not bad.
It's not bad.
either,
It's
so-
not bad. It's super cringe and super sussy.
Sad
You're saying cringe, so that means it's bad.
That doesn't mean it's bad. Chris doesn't mean bad.
Sadistic?
Yes, always.
Cringe
You say
doesn't-
something cringe is like ill. Like, ill.
Well, it's because it gets like super sadistic and super like
Masochistic.
and masochistic, and it gets super off-putting.
Does
like the
still,
pudding? You know
like,
pudding?
follow the...
Like off of the pudding.
Does
Yeah.
it still follow the storyline?
No,
or-
it does. It does. But it just feels like Rick and Morty gone wrong.
Yeah, it's like, what if we glorified self-harm?
Yeah.
Like, what if
Yeah.
people getting, like, gems pulled out of their anuses was a good thing? But, like, for capitalism and society. and you're
Like,
just sitting there like
what if
huh.
like the good in you could be crystallized and me removing
Now I
that
need to
from
go
you?
watch it right now.
It's
right
Don't,
now.
please
fucking
don't. You're
crazy.
gonna hate it.
Yeah, it's
You're making
fucked
it
up.
seem like it's amazing though.
No, it's
No.
because it is.
It's well
good.
written. It's
It's
peak
good.
fantasy. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, but like, would I like whole ass subscribe to this group and I want to see
No.
nothing but Made in
No.
Abyss like
No.
media
Ever.
reposted on my feed? Absolutely
No.
not.
It's like watching like American Psycho, like just like the
Right.
hobo stopping like over and over and over and over and
right,
over again.
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, there's no reason for that.
Yeah.
Like, I understand what it does stylistically.
Yeah.
Do I want to glorify it or like, after I understand that it's part of the media, do I want to just pretend it doesn't exist? Absolutely.
But then again, those are the horrors of the
You're
abyss.
making me want to like dip my toe in it now.
No,
like,
it's
oh
like,
no!
I'm just like fully like.
It's because that's
Oh,
the
I'm
horrors.
curious
no.
now.
That's the horrors of the abyss, and if
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
the horrors of the abyss is what the season 2 of Made in Abyss is, and like in the first season we got a touch of like the horrors of the abyss.
Curiosity killed the cat, my friend.
Right
gonna
curiosity, like
You're the one trying to watch it out of curiosity.
Because y'all.
No, not just gonna hold on. Okay. One Dixie cup for you, same video.
where's the cat, motherfucker?
Hold on. One Dixie for you said it's peak. Disagree. Vendo _ naranjas _ 10 said first episode and final episode from this season were amazing.
Absolutely,
The
I
episodes
agree.
in between are generic, but helped build the world.
I agree.
IG.
I agree completely.
I think that's a fair assessment because like episode 1 and the final episode are like, do you like Gundams or not?
Is the
like,
foil of it?
right. Everything in between is just like they're not sure if they want to do Yuri, if they want to do high school, if they want to do Gundams. Like, is it Battle High School or is it Yuri?
NGE?
Pick one. Pick
Yeah.
one. I'm down for one. Just pick one. I'm totally fine with it. And they never entirely do that.
Tell Rachel about the cat person.
Okay, so Mr. Tricastral on TikTok told us in his original comment, "Oh damn, are you saying that the only views?" No. His original comment was, "Oh look, another L anime podcast."
Why are you hating?
Just so y'all know, we're in top 100 anime podcasts all time, animation and media podcast all time, top 100.
Her people, bro.
Just saying.
Period.
I'm just saying. You have one cat TikTok. It's gone nowhere. After 130 episodes, I feel like I'm somewhere.
He's
Just
mad
saying.
because he didn't make it.
Just saying. Just saying.
Stop.
Just saying.
Stop.
Just saying. And then his follow-up comment to my comment on our page saying I didn't know bots could comment was, "Oh damn, are you saying that the only views you guys get are bots? Amazing self-owned robot emoji."
Any person that uses the term self-own, it's always in the defensive of making whatever the other person say.
Not only that, that's not something you say in real life.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
obviously just on the internet.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
So my comment to that second comment was, "Your mom is not a bot." And he
Which
told
me and Drew know about. Your mom is not a bot. She's fleshy. And hey,
she fleshy in the best way, bro.
Yeah,
like,
she's
stop
fleshy.
putting down. I will not allow you to put your mom down like that.
she's fleshy in all the right spots.
She's
brother.
a hell of a woman, dog.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Don't ever disrespect her.
And then his reply to that was weak. Period. The
He's
only
mad.
comment he's had with
Big
a period.
press.
So yeah, like weak ass comment. I think I
tell
won.
him right now that we just responded to
Just
him.
right now.
I will when this
You're giving him
episode
clout.
publishes.
No.
I will
No,
when
no,
this
no.
Episode publishes.
Because we want him to watch what we told him.
He's gonna be like, damn, this is great.
Because so guys,
Thank you for giving us content, you
so,
fucking nerd.
in between episodes, when you comment something and when Drew comments back to you, that's not the actual response. Like, we'll give you the response.
Quote unquote though.
Yeah, quote unquote. But like, when Drew replies to you in between the week from recording, that's not a real response. That's just us deflecting. That's just us being hurt sometimes. You know.
He's like, us who? Just you.
Us who?
Who, baby? Who?
And we're just trying to be tough on the internet. But like, here we'll give you our actual thoughts. Which your mom is fleshy.
Nerd. Singular nerd. Not nerds, plural. Because you don't have friends. We know that. Because you're a nerd.
Because they don't have friends either.
You have
Yeah,
a fleshy mom.
Yeah. You have a fleshy mother, And you should definitely subscribe to Between Nerds on YouTube. Comment on any YouTube video or leave a 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and then email us at betweennerdspodcast.gmail.com, letting us know that 5-star written review was you, and you're automatically entered into our February giveaway. Or you can just be in our TikTok comment section, just hating,
just hating. As a new audience, you can just be like, I've never seen these guys before.
So they can talk about you next episode.
Obviously,
I would love that.
We're gonna reply to this nerd about where we're replying to him, because like we said before, Drew's mental state, my mental state, I think it's stable enough to like read all these dumbass comments. Like we're not like
I've gotten 2 death threats in 3 weeks, and like I'm still alive.
Like, but why are you crying? What do you have a tear going on?
I'm not crying. It's just a glare.
Not a lot, Rachel.
Yeah. I'm not sobbing. I'm sorry.
I cried with Violet Evergarden. I'm not crying right now. But
we're excited to have you back sometime this year to talk about Violet Evergarden the movie. And we will finally finish our discussion of Violet Evergarden as a series.
And Fruits Basket's movie too.
And the Fruits Basket movie. Once it's finally available places. Like, I understand it was in theaters last year. Me and Aldo didn't take the opportunity to watch it.
I did.
But then we can't stream it anywhere. So then I'm just like...
It's on Crunchyroll.
You're lying. Okay. So then we can do that.
So you guys
I just got called out a second after saying something. Do you see what it's like in live action?
You're welcome.
It's on Crunchyroll. Fruits Baskets.
But thank you, nerds. It's been a year on YouTube since February 9th. We're officially a year on YouTube. Congratulations, Drew. Thank you.
Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you, Rachel, for being here with us. Thank you to our 145 loyal subscribers and all the other listeners. Please come back and subscribe. We know you're listening. We see you there. Go ahead and comment. If you want to be anonymous, email us at betweennerdspodcast@gmail.com. We're not gonna bully you for you to kill yourself or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
We're not our commenters.
Yeah, we're not our commenters. So reach out, give us your suggestions, and we will keep watching and we'll keep having awesome conversations like this one.
Absolutely. My name is Drew Philippoulias. That's Aldo Mendez at the end of the table. This is Rachel Eves, good friend of the podcast. This has been Between
Nerds.
Thanks for watching Between Nerds Podcast. Somewhere on the screen is a link to our most recent episode. Somewhere else on the screen is a link to a body of clips that you all should watch. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.